day, ma'am. This is my video report all about utilitarianism. First, moral decision. Making moral decision often considered either motive behind the action or consequences of the action. For example, so if good motive and good outcome siya, so good action siya. Then if malicious motive or harmful result po siya, kaya ikuan siya kanang mahimo siyang bad action. Plus it is in real life motive and outcomes dili siya always clear. This question arises the complexities in real life. 1. Should we judge morality by motive or result? 2. Does the end justify the means? 3. Are modus operandi important in assessing morality? 4. Because in modus operandi kay wa siya method nga naay buhaton especially sa mga well-established utilitarianism. You answer the above question with causing consequences. Si John Stuart Mill mo ang major proponent. Siya sa most influential thinkers in the history of liberalism and social liberalism. Utilitarianism influenced by Jeremy Bentham and James Mill. Core principles: greatest happiness for the greatest number. Happiness, pleasure over pain. Bentham's Philosophic or hedonistic calculus method nga ni Jeremy Bentham to measure more value on action. 1. Intensity. Ang kuan na niya, how strong is the pleasure. 2. Duration, how long does it last. And 3. Certainly, likelihood of the pleasure occurring. And 4. Propinquity, how soon it will occur. Then 5. Fecundity, chance of producing more of the same kind. 6 is purity, chance of not producing the opposite kind. And 7 last is extent, how many people are affected. The next is male refinement. Male refine Bentham's idea by distinguishing qualities of pleasure na dili lang quantity dahil. So emphasize higher and lower pleasure. Understand consequentialist ethics. Analyze the greatest happiness principle. Examine projections to male theory. Evaluate ethical issues using utilitarianism. Nag-judge siya sa mga action based on how much happiness, like pleasure over pain, they create for the most people. Ang greatest happiness principle, sakto ang mga action if they promote happiness and wrong kung nag-cause sila kung unhappiness. As definition of happiness: pleasure and absence of pain. Unhappiness is pain or lack of pleasure. Higher versus lower pleasures. Mill argues intellectual, emotional, and imaginative pleasure are more valuable than physical pleasures. Criticism. Some argue this reduces humans to pleasure, seeing animals like Epicurus followers. Thus, defense, Mill and Epicureans assert that humans can value deeper, more meaningful pleasures beyond physical ones. As ang last one is standard for better pleasures. The preferred pleasures by those who experiences both is considered higher in quality, even it causes more discomfort. Vietnam versus male. Vietnam focuses on quality of pleasure. Male emphasizes quality. Higher versus lower pleasure. Higher pleasure engage uniquely human faculties like intelligence. Lower pleasure are more physical or immediate. An action that brings higher quality pleasures to favor people can be morally better than one bringing lower pleasure to me. Those who experience both types tend to prefer higher pleasure even if they occasionally enjoy lower ones. A wise person would not trade intellectual and meaningful pleasures for a life of only based on superficial pleasures. Example, playing games offers instant fun and socialization. Yung studying builds intelligence and discipline, benefits future and family to it's completely enjoyable. Studying may seem painful at first, but it leads to long-term happiness and intellectual fulfillment. Unlike the short life pleasure of playing online games. Online games provide immediate gratification and social interaction, but the pleasure is often temporary based on usefulness, not deep connections. Even if studying does not always lead to high grades, nag-help nga mo develop og life skills, perseverance, and the potential for a better future. Then, wala naga-claim og higher pleasures male like studying na dapat always outweigh lower one like gaming. Instead, we must consider context, balance, and personal fulfillment. Ang tinuod nga happiness makita by nurturing our higher faculties. People often prefer lower pleasure only when higher pleasures are unavailable or under development. A society that rewards excess may make people blind to higher human aspirations. Male famously said, "It is better to be sacred dissatisfied than a fool." Satisfied, emphasizing that higher pleasures like wisdom are more valuable than lower immediate pleasures. Humans, unlike animals, are capable of higher forms of happiness because of their rational nature. People often ignore higher pleasure because they are harder to attain and not immediate gratifying. The best guide for moral judgments is the opinion of competent judge, those who have experienced both lower and higher pleasures. Short explanation is male argues na dili tanang pleasures are equal. Higher pleasures like learning and wisdom are more meaningful than kissing. Pagdili pleasures, however, ang mga tao often nagsettle for quick gratification kay higher pleasures require effort. In a society that values indulgence, people may forget or ignore their higher potential. To know what truly matters, Mill says, we should listen to those who have experienced both kinds of pleasure and still choose the higher ones. To judge what is truly good, dapat tang maminaw sa katungay mga one experience of both systems such as sickness and health, kaya maka-access sila nato with long-term value rather than those with limited experience. The greatest happiness principle values action that reduce pain and promote pleasures related to human dignity, benefiting both the individual and society. Mill responds to the objection that happiness is unattainable by clarifying that happiness is not constant excitement, but rather a life with more pleasures than pain, made up of tranquility, meaningful activity, and connection with others. People struggle with happiness mainly due to selfishness or lack of mental cultivation. Those who nurture friendship and develop appreciation for art, nature, and knowledge find lasting joy even in tough times. Mill argues that true happiness is achievable if we understand it's realistically not as constant pleasure but as a life with a balance of calm and joy. Dapat tang magsalig sa mga insight of individuals when making choices about what brings long-term well-being. And happiness also depend on selfishness and mental development. I-allow ang mga tao nga mag-enjoy with meaningful pleasures that endure beyond temporary heights. Self-sacrifice is accepted in utilitarianism only if it promotes the greater happiness for the greatest number. Sacrificing oneself just for the sake of them is seen as wasteful. Utilitarianism supports the idea that morally involved impartial concerns for others, aligning with the principle of loving one's neighbor. Mill emphasized that the consequences, not motive, determine whether an action is moral. Even if someone acts from selfish motives, the action is still moral if it results in the greatest good. Not every can affect society on a large scale, but even helping a small number of people is variable under utilitarianism. The truly problem, utilitarian would likely choose to divert the truly and sacrifice one life to save five. As this result is the greatest net happiness, saving more lives. The explanation of the matter is 1. Males utilitarianism supports self-sacrifice only when it benefits more people than just the one making the sacrifice. He argues that moral actions are judged by their outcome, not by the intentions behind them. Even if someone acts selfishly, the act is moral if it helps others. In dilemmas like the truly problem, a utilitarian would choose the action that saves the most lives, even at the cost of one, prioritizing the greater good. Next is 1. Internal sanctions, fear of God or social disapproval. Discourage moral behavior, but they do not fully bind a person to act morally. The ultimate sanction, according to Mill, is internal aversion feeling for humanity or consequences. Consequence arises when we internalize moral expectations and feel guilt or remorse when we act selfishly or harm others. This internal drive stems from our nature for social beings and our desire to pursue harmony between our own happiness and that of others. Even though internal pleasures matter, is ultimately the internal sense of duty and empathy that truly guides moral behavior in utilitarianism. Mill argues that while external pressure like fear of punishment or divine disapproval, pwede kayo mo influence sa mga tao nga mo-act morally, they are not enough. What truly enforces moral behavior is the internal consequence or emotional response when we consider how our actions affect others. This inner feeling of duty to promote general happiness is what ultimately sustains moral commitment in a utilitarian framework. Last one, utilitarianism follows the greatest happiness principle. Actions are right and they promote the greatest happiness for the greatest number. Then morality is judged by the consequences of action. More happiness means more moral value. Then quality of happiness matters, not just quantity. Mental features are ranked higher than physical features. Then competent judge, those with wide experience of different features, help determine which features are superior. Then the internal sanction conscience is the true force behind moral behavior, guiding one to consider the effects of their action on others. Then a moral life involves acting in ways that increase pressure and reduce pain for the community, not just for oneself. And explanation. Mayer's utilitarianism teaches na ang moral action kay itong mag-bring about the most and the best kind of happiness for the most people. And dili lang kay about numbers, quality of happiness matters. Mental pleasures value more highly than bodily ones. And to live morally, one must think of others, be guided by consequence and strive to make the world happier and less painful for everyone. So that's all of my report, and thank you.